Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're tuning in for the very first time, please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy the video. If you don't enjoy a video, you can mind. You don't even have to finish the video because like we're keeping it real on this channel. You know, I don't want you guys to be fake supporting or fake advice, all of that stuff. Be real to the bone. If it is hard criticism, tell me, you know. But anyway, today I'm going to be talking about what I have been doing during my YouTube break. What have I learned and what actually led up to my break. Long story short, I did not take a break. My battery for my camera packed out. It couldn't charge anymore, so I needed a new battery. I couldn't get it on Takealot. I couldn't get it on eBay. Well, I did get it on eBay, but it did not arrive, so I needed to get a refund. Takealot sent me a battery, but it did not work for my camera. So that's why I took a break from YouTube, because I couldn't shoot videos. My phone couldn't shoot videos. So instead of wasting more time, I just decided, let me get a new phone. Let me get a new camera as well so I can shoot with the phone, killing two birds with one stone instead of buying two separate things. And then I decided to slip in the ring light as well that was on special on 1 day deals. I think that's the website name. I'm going to put the website on the bio or on the video. Maybe I might put it on both. So these are the 5 things that I've learned while being away from YouTube. Number 1, I decided to look at the type of person I am to other people. I know a lot of times when you are busy, you get lost in the world of studying, the world of work. But now because of COVID-19, not doing anything, so now it's allowed me time to start looking at myself and the impact I have in my own life and in other people's life as well. Because I think it's important at times we forget, like we always trying to be selfish in our ways when it comes to what we need, but we never really look at things from other people's perspective, even though like we can't obviously see in other people's eyes, but you can see the world from what other people might see in you if you look in the mirror. And then number 2, building stronger relationships and getting to know my close family members a bit more. Building those relationships are very important for me to get to know, you know, them a bit more, because you can't just approach people according to the historical information you have of them. People develop over time and they get older, you know, they get wiser, they get other influences. And then number 3, watching other people's YouTube channels that are around my age group. So what I realized from all the channels that I've watched so far is that most of us go through similar emotional problems or emotional battles. You know, the age group you're in, majority of the people might be going through what you're going through. Putting pressure on yourself, putting pressure on you to get certain things is just going to make your life even more difficult. It's gonna make, you know, your goals or your objectives compared to how you see yourself, it's going to make it very dizzy. You're not going to look at yourself properly, like how you should be looking at yourself if you were just chasing your dreams and your goals from your own influence or your own perspective. But because we are heavily influenced by the internet now, it's easy to get caught in what other people are doing well or what other kids are doing at your age, you know, the big things. So it was important for me to reach out and to watch other people's YouTube channels and see what is actually going on in other people's lives. And I realized that actually I'm doing quite well, you know, for somebody who thinks he's struggling, you know. So it's always about your own pace, your own lane. And also that does not mean that you need to close yourself off. You need to find out what's also going on in other people's lives. Not to copy them or not to compete with them, but to see how they cope with emotions, you know, that you might not be able to cope with. You know, they might help you find an idea that will help you cope with whatever you're going through. And then number 4, going back to basics. I know this is a broad point, but what I mean is that there's certain things that I used to do when I was younger that used to give me joy. that used to make me happy, that used to make me feel good inside, that I lost along the way as I grew a bit older. During this journey, or during these 2 months, or even the whole year, I've been on a journey of rediscovering or reestablishing those things, some of them, because obviously there are others that you outgrow, but a lot of them, I had to reestablish and refine the love, and rebirth the knowledge I have for those things, so they can help me find out about other things that I can get into, so back to basics for me. It's been very important just to keep things very simple. I realized also, I'm just going to fit it into this number 4 point. The simple things for me make me happy. When other needs and requirements that reflect other people's needs are forced onto me, or I force myself to get in those spaces, I don't become happy. Maybe I might get instant gratification, but I'm not happy. So this time has been for me to reestablish what makes me happy and what doesn't make me happy. And then number 5 is that I'm only human. So everybody knows that they're only human. But what I mean is that there's certain things that we go through in our lives, that we do, that we influence by, that we act on people. Sometimes we're not perfect. Now, I'm not perfect. So sometimes when you're angry, there's certain ways that you react. When you're upset, or when you're moody, happy, sad, aggro, there's certain things that you do. And for me, both those emotional scales, happy and sad, it's been a self-assessment for me as to how I react to certain things. So this means that I've been forcing myself to talk to myself a lot. So even before I feel those emotions, or if I feel my intuition is telling me that something is going to happen, I mentally prepare for that thing before it happens, so I can be well prepared when it happens. Instead of being hit with a shock and then you have to react based on your instant emotion, which is not the right way to go about it. More often than not, are going to make bad decisions. I'm not trying to be a perfect human being. I'm trying to be a better human being. I'm sure everybody, people that want to be better, they are striving to be better to other people and to themselves, to be self-confident, to realize their strengths and weaknesses. That's been my journey in 2020. A very important part in my life. I think all the years are important, but there's certain years that expose themselves and show that, look, this journey is just as important, if not more, than the other phases that you were going through. Because I believe that people go through transitions. They're not the same people in different points in their life, and they need different influences, different friends, different colleagues in order to learn certain things that they wouldn't have learned from other people, so that is very important to note. It's something that I realized. You can't learn about old people things, or things that happen in marriages from single people, or things that happen in relationships, good things, while in long-term relationships from people that only sustain short-term relationships, things like that. So I'm going to be breaking down a lot of these things as I go on. I don't want to be giving too much right now. But I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think. What have you learned during this time? Tell me what you've learned from just being alone, just being in your own space, trying to figure out what's going on in your life. Because I'm sure that you've done a lot of reflection and actualization and analysis, your self-esteem check. What are some of the things that you realized? It's very important to be wary of those things, because we're getting older, and responsibilities are packing up as years go by, because we all have our goals and dreams that we want to accomplish. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check you guys in the next video.